Alright, so one take, feature yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers is NBA One Take for your head, one take for your brain. Alright, interesting. So it's like a part three of one thing I could say. I'm gonna talk about mainly the Spurs and what they should be doing going forward, because you hear things there's some things said online, things just put out there. Alright, so let me talk about Victor Wembanyama. Now, going into the finals, man, you had the nerves, you had the people just really celebrating the fact that they was picking the Spurs to win. Besides people that was mainly riding the Knicks, and they just got a few. But mainly because they beat OKC, and they felt that was the championship. That was the championship right there, which never do. but that's saying that expectations for him was he was going to ascend, right? He was going to ascend to something that we all proclaim him to eventually be. And that was going to be the face of the league, the alien. He was going to be that guy. He still could be. Even, losing to the Knicks in the fashion that he did. And he was by his standards, I think he was okay. He could have been better at times. But let me just say he could be back. There's a lot that's going to have to go into him actually coming back. The first thing is going to be conditioning. The second thing is going to be the adjustment to become something as he has to be an impactful player offensively. Like how he is defensively, he has to be that offensively. So that means you have to be very much dominant. You have to be dominant on an offensive end. Not skilled where everything you do is just like, oh my God, you see what he did at 7'5"? It's like, that's what when they're watching him, that's what they're saying. Oh my God, look at the dude. He shot the jumper, he did this, he shot that, and did those things. And when I look at that, I'm like, but he needs consistency. You need to be consistent. Something that you're working on all the time. You could do a jump hook. You could do something. You can do back off the glass, face up off the glass shot like Tim Duncan. You have to have consistent go-to moves that's a 90% chance of it going in. And that's what he needs. As great as he's defensively, at times he needs to do that on the offensive end. That's what's going to have to happen for him to extend. That's the basic thing right now because he's only 22. He has to just be more consistent. Now, this thing with DeAaron Fox is swirling, and I think I was one of the first people to notice that they're gonna have a big De'Aaron Fox problem going forward. I think when De'Aaron Fox, this was several months ago when I posted and said it because I think I forgot which game it was, and De'Aaron Fox was taken. I think he came back. Right, it was the second game back from injury. He came back and he was taking a lot of questionable shots, and other guys was not getting. I said, well, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem going forward. This is going to be an issue, especially with the young guys that's on his team. And now, after his horrendous NBA Finals, especially in Game 5, the closeout, and in Game 4 when he had he went for the layup and the shot got blocked. People gotta understand this is the NBA, right? This is the NBA. It's a business and everything else like that. People say, oh, he's traded, things like that. He can't be traded because of the contract. No, his deal could be moved. He's only 28 years old. I think the last part of his deal is partially guaranteed, so that's basically if they'll just be paying possibly half his salary, and he'll be 31 at that time. So now, if they decide to make a move, which I think they're not, they're going to most likely run it back. They're just going to tweak some things to try to get Dylan Harper to play more, because I think it's Dylan Harper who really needs to be included in a lot of the things they do on offense. Now let's talk about Devin Vassell. This is a guy I think most likely will be moved. He has he's on a contract extension. He's most likely, if they make any moves, it's going to be him, not DeAaron Fox. DeAaron Fox, he's a steady hand. He just had a bad thing, and they could work because he helped them in the OKC series. You don't think too much into things like that. So he's most likely, Vassell is most likely going to be moved. Champagny, I think he's coming. They'll talk with him, but Vassell is the most likely logical move right now. Stephon Castle is going to be up for an extension, as well as Wemby. I already told you those guys are locked in. Dylan Harper is a lock-in, but I think Vassell is going to be moved, and they're going to have to answer some other questions with other pieces they have on the bench, as well as one Keldon Johnson. But I think, for the most part, the Spurs is going to be a real steady hand, but they have to, Wemby's going to have to do something with conditioning and just be more focused offensively, to be just a consistent 2 or 3 moves to get your points every single time now. And if he gets that look, he gets that look, he could be Hakeem Olajuwon 2.0. And then that's a great thing that you want to be. But this is NBA Onetake's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.